Hey guys, it's Emily here from Royal Equestrian Center, and today we're with our farrier Dan Corkery and our pony Belle. So Belle's a pony that we got just a couple months ago. She was pretty much living in a field. She came to us very, very overweight and with really bad feet. I was pretty concerned, so as soon as we got her, we called Dan. He came out and looked at them, and we also had to consult with the vet. So this pony had laminitis and at some point had foundered. So Dan's going to talk a little bit about what he's been doing to help rehabilitate her feet.
So like Emily said, this horse had a bout of laminitis which led to founder. She was probably left out in a field for a really long time, and her feet didn't get done for a really long time, which compounds the problems. Basically, laminitis is when the insensitive and the sensitive lamina start to tear apart. So that's the portion that attaches to the bone and to the inside of the hoof wall. They start to tear, and once they start to tear, if they're not managed, then they will continue to tear, and then they will founder and actually rotate. Some get so severe that the bone will rotate through the bottom of the foot, and generally euthanasia is your only option. Sometimes they'll come back from it, but it's really hard on the horse, and for the betterment of the horse, it's probably better to have them euthanized. She's actually a really tough girl. Her feet looked horrendous, and she was getting to the point where her bone was rotating to the bottom of the sole, so she had very little depth. So we just put on a regular shoe, but I put a bowl in the shoe to get her off of her sole and to also really, really ease over breakover, so there's no further tearing of the lamina.
So here's a before video of Belle when she just arrived. You can see her huge cresty neck. This is all fat. Ponies should never, ever, ever get this overweight. This is incredibly dangerous for them. She was just on grass. Obviously, they weren't paying much attention to her. You can see she literally has no wither. It's just a pocket of fat. You can't even tell there's a wither there. And then we go around to the back end, and she's got this big poofy pocket of fat all around her tail. These are the #1 signs that your horse is going to have a laminitic episode. Don't ever let your horse get this overweight. This is not loving your horse. This is not caring for your horse. This is putting them at high risk for serious health problems, and this poor pony is so lucky that she came to us when she did, because any longer she would have been past the point of no return, and euthanasia would have been the only option for her.
So times a year, the beginning of spring, the beginning of fall, where the grass has a high sugar level, it's really easy for horses to get a laminitic bout. So you have to keep an eye on that, and every horse is different. Like horses with things like Cushing's, who are predisposed to it, like those horses, you really have to keep an eye on what they're eating and that their feet are maintained. Yes. So when you leave your horses out in the field and they just graze and they never exercise, and they get overweight, that puts a ton of pressure on their feet, and again, coupled with not being done very often, it puts a lot of strain on their feet. So it's really important to have a good relationship with your vet and your farrier. Your vet should be able to help you with the horse's diet, and your vet and farrier relationship either help the laminitic case or stay away from it.
So here's a close-up of Belle's feet when she just arrived. You can see how long her toes out. You see all the rings around her feet. Here you can see the side angle. This is absolutely horrendous for horses' feet to get this bad. The toe should not be that long. You can see it doesn't even have the right angle, which means the coffin bone won't even be lining up properly in the horse's foot. This is such neglect.
So this is the bottom of her foot. When we first got her, her heels were way up here, her toe was out to here, and her sole, there was no depth. Now this is only the second time that she's had shoes on, so we still have a long way to go. But she's happy, she's comfortable, and as long as we keep her on a strict schedule, then we should have a full recovery with her.
So here's Belle's feet after 2 resets. You can see they already look so much better. Of course, still dished out a little bit. They still need quite a bit more work, but she's already lost a considerable amount of weight, and she looks so much better. She's sound, she's happy, she's comfortable, and she's on the road to recovery. So we're really pleased with all of her progress and are so grateful to our amazing farrier, Dan Corkery. He's done such an amazing job getting Belle healthier and sounder and more comfortable. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.